Hey guys, so today I'll be showing you on how you can crochet your own granny square. And to start off, what you will need is some yarn, a crochet hook. Make sure the size correlates with your yarn. I'm using a size 4.5mm hook. And you also need a pair of scissors. So to start off, you can make a magic circle, but today I'll be showing a beginner-friendly way on how to make it if you can't do a magic circle. So first of all, we're going to make a slip knot, and to make a slip knot, what I'm going to do is just hold the yarn end on the left-hand side and hold the tail end on the right-hand side like this. Then put my two fingers and hold both ends and twist to make a loop. And I'm now going to twist my fingers all the way around towards the tail end and down to the tail end. Then I'm going to bring that tail end through the loop, but I want to hold on to both the tail and the yarn end so they don't go through. So just like that, and that's my slip knot done. So I'll show you guys again. And now what I'm going to do is put my hook in and chain 4. So to chain 4, you literally just yarn over and pull through, just like that. So that's our first chain, and then our second, our third, and now our fourth. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hook into that first chain of the chain 4. So I'm putting my hook into that first chain. Make sure you don't chain too tightly or it'll be hard to go in. And then I'm going to make a slip knot by yarning over and pulling through the first loop and then the second loop. And now we can get started with our work. So now what I'm going to do for the first round is chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to yarn over, go into the middle of the circle we have made. And I'm going to yarn over and pull through, and then what I'm going to do is yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops on my hook, and then yarn over and pull through the second 2 loops on my hook. And this is how you make a double crochet. So I'll show you guys again. You yarn over, go into the circle, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops on your hook, and yarn over, pull through the second 2 loops on your hook. Now that we've made 3 double crochets, by the way, our chain 3 counts as a double crochet. I'm going to go ahead and chain 1 by yarning over and pulling through. And now I'm going to go back into that circle and make 3 more double crochets. So this is my first double crochet, my second, and my third. And now I'm going to do a chain 1. Now I'm going to go back into that circle and make 3 more double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3, and then again chain 1. And now for the last time, we have to do this 3 double crochet, chain 1 4 times to make a square. So for the last time, I'm going to make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And now I'm going to go ahead and chain 1. So now that we've made all 4 of the 3 double crochet chain 1s, I'm going to go ahead and find the top of that chain 3 we made. So here is the chain 3 that we made at the start of the round, if you guys can see. And now what I'm going to do is just count the chains. They should look like these. So here's our first one, our second, our third, and I'm going to put my hook into that top chain, so that top V that we had made at the start of the round. Again, try not to crochet too tight, otherwise it will be a bit hard. And I'm going to put my hook through, yarn over and pull through, and then pull through the loop on my hook, and that's a slip stitch. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a slip stitch into that first double crochet we made at the start of the round. So I'm going to put my hook into that double crochet, so just under the V, yarn over, pull through, and pull through the loop, and then one last time, again into the second double crochet, and then one more time into the chain 1. And now we can start our second round. And now for round 2, I'm going to go ahead and chain 3, so I'm going to yarn over and pull through 3 times, so 1, 2, and 3. And now what I'm going to go ahead and do is yarn over and make 2 double crochets in this chain 1 space. So I'm making my first double crochet, and then again my second, and now I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to go back into that same chain 1 space. So if I just zoom in, I'm going to go back into that same chain 1 space and make 3 double crochets. So 1, 2 and 3, and then chain 1. And now I'm going to go into that next chain 1 space and make 3 double crochets under chain 1. So I'm going to go in, make 3 double crochets, so 1, 2, 3, and then chain 1, and then I'm going to go back into that space and make 3 more double crochets under chain 1. So 1, 2, 3, and chain 1, and then again into the next chain 1 space, make 3 double crochets and then chain 1. So 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and then again in the same space, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and chain 1. And now one last time for the last corner, into that next chain 1 space, I'm gonna go make 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and then a chain 1, and then again in that same space, 1, 2, 3, and chain 1. So this is what your work should look like so far, and it should start looking more like a square. So in this round we only had to do the corners, and every time we make a corner we're going to do 3 double crochets, chain 1 2 times in the chain 1 space, and this is what we did in this row. For each corner we did it twice. And now what I'm going to go ahead and do is find that top of that chain 3 made at the start of the row again and make a slip stitch into that. So I'm just going to pull through, and then again into the first double crochet, make a slip stitch, again into the second, and one last time into the chain 1 space. And now we're ready to do our third row. So because we're starting our third row in the corner, we're going to go ahead and make 3 chain 3. So if I just do 1, why is he on? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make a chain 3, so 1, 2, 3, and make 2 double crochets and a chain 1. Remember the chain 3 counts as 1 double crochet, so 1, 2 double crochets and a chain 1, and because this is a corner I'm going to go back into that chain 1 space and make 3 double crochets and another chain 1. So 1, 2, 3, 3, chain 1. And now in this next chain 1 space we're on a side, so we'll only be doing the 3 double crochet chain 1 once. So I'll show you guys. I'm going to go ahead, yarn over, go into that chain 1 space and make my first double crochet, my second double crochet, and now my third double crochet. And now I'm going to go ahead and chain 1, and now I'm going to go into the next chain 1 space, and we can see that's a corner, so we'll be doing that set twice. So I'm going to go into there, make 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and then chain 1, and then again into the same space, 1, 2, 3, chain 1. And now again we're back at a side, so I'm going to go ahead and only do the set once. So 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and now we're back into a corner, so we'll do it twice. So 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets, chain 1, and then again in that same chain 1 space, 1 double crochet, pull out my yarn a little bit. 2 double crochets, 3 double crochet and chain 1, and now for the side, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets. Oops, make sure you only crochet into the chain 1 spaces, by the way. So I'm going to do my 3rd double crochet and then again chain 1 for the last corner. We'll do the same thing again with 3 double crochets and a chain 1 2 times, chain 1 and then again 2, 3 and chain 1, and now for a final chain 1 space, and because this is the side we'll do it once, so I'm going to go into that chain 1 space, do 1, 2, 3 double crochets and then chain 1. And now that I've finished my last side, this is what your work should look like so far. I'm now going to go ahead and find that first chain 3 made at the start of the row and slip stitch into the top of the chain 3. So I'll put my hook into there, yarn over, pull through the loop of my hook. Now I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch into the next 2 double crochets. And now again into the chain 1 space, and we have completed round 3. This is what your square should look like, and we're now ready to do round 4. I'll only be doing 4 rounds for this granny square, and you can make several of these and join them together, or keep them the same size and make them into coasters. It's your choice. Or if you want, feel free to expand to as many rows as you can. Just remember to do 3 double crochets, chain 1 2 times in the corners, but only once on the sides. So I'll be showing you the final round, round 4. Start off this round, we'll do 3 chains again, so 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to make 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and now a chain 1. And like before, because this is a corner, I'm going to go ahead and make 3 double crochets and chain 1 in the same chain 1 space. So 1, 2, 3, and chain 1. And now our next chain 1 space, both of them are actually on the side. So we'll only be doing double crochets 3 times and chain 1 once in each space. So in the next chain 1 space, I'll make 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and a chain 1, and then again in the next chain 1 space, 1, 2, 3, chain 1. Now we're reaching to a corner, so I'll do 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and now it's the same space, 1, 2, 3, and again chain 1. So just like on this side, we're reaching to the next chain 1 spaces. So I'll be doing 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and now again into the next chain 1 space, 1, 2, 3, chain 1. Now in the corner we'll be doing it twice, so 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and then same space, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and again for the side we'll only be doing it once, so 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and then the next space, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and now in the corners we'll be doing it twice, so 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets, chain 1, and then again in the same space, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, and 3 double crochets, and now chain 1. So now that we're back onto the final side, we're going to go ahead into the next chain 1 space, make 3 double crochets and a chain 1 once. So third double crochet, chain 1, and now I'm going to go into the next chain 1 space and make 3 double crochets and a chain 1. So 2, 3, and chain 1. So this is what your work should look like so far, and what you want to do like before is find the third chain from the chain 3 you made at the start of the row. So it's the V's, so you first one there, second and third. Put your hook into that top third chain and make a slip stitch like this. Then go into your first double crochet of the row, make a slip stitch, into the second again, and now into that chain 1. So from now you can either start crocheting again to make your 5th round, or you can stop here and make several squares to join together or to keep as small mats and coasters. So now I'm going to stop on round 4. You guys can carry on if you want, and I'm going to get my scissors and cut off a decent sized end like this. And this is how I like to tie off. So I'm going to yarn over my hook and then just pull it through and then pull tightly onto the knot. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to weave in my ends. So we don't have to weave in this end here because we've already done that with the crocheting over it. So I'm going to just cut that off. And for the bit on the end, I'm going to go ahead and put my hook and weave it in through. So I'm going to get a smaller hook for this. So here I just got a 3.5mm hook. It's just relatively smaller. You can use the tapestry needle as well if you want. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on the wrong side. So the wrong side is basically where your tail ends are sticking out. And I'm going to put my hook into these double crochet stitches that we had made and weave them through like this. And I'm just going to make sure you can't see my crochet hook on the other side. And you can't. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and yarn over and pull the yarn through just like that. And now I'm just going to bring it down and then just make another knot here. So I'm going to yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through and just let go. And I'm just going to tie it off like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it off. You can carry on weaving in more if you want, if you don't think it's secure enough, and you can also glue down the end as well if you want. So if you just stretch it out, you can either go ahead and iron this or block it by pinning it down and putting mortar on it, and this is what your square should look like. It will obviously come a lot more better if you iron it or block it, but this is what your square should look like. You can make several more and make a cardigan with it, for example, or you can change colours. In my other tutorial I teach you how to make a granny square and change colours, or you can just keep it as a small individual coaster. And for these granny squares we increase on the corners, so on the 4 corners, by making the 3 double crochet chain 1 sets twice in that chain 1 space. So if you want to carry on making your granny square bigger, all you need to do is just make 3 double crochet chain 1s 2 times in each corner and only once on the sides. I really hope this tutorial has helped. Please remember to like, subscribe and comment down below on how I can improve my tutorials and what new videos you'd like to see next. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!